Hello everyone, this is Shiny Noctowls, and tonight I figured I would do one more stream for Final Fantasy XIV. Um, I took another break because, again, after every couple hours, I think it's a good thing to do because I know some people can stream straight for like 12 to 24 hours straight, but I kind of struggle a bit more with that, so this is why this is kind of the best kind of method for me, as it were. But yeah. Probably after this stream, I'll probably deliver some mail once the sun goes down, because the state before it's quite warm. Let's see here if I can. This. Alright, so here's the plan. We go to my foreman, Weston Pet, the one who sent you to look for me. We tell him everything we know about the Blue Blob, how Sup ambushed my wagon and tried its darnest to get in its gullet, and how the mere-sighted formidable warrior like you sent him running for the hills. Once in Pez got the ear of the overseer, you see? So long as we can convince him, the company's sure to do something aside us next word at least. Now head over to the gate office and drag Once in Pez from his deck. Come and join us as soon as you can. Hey there, traveler. Did you come here from Eorzea by any chance? Just as I thought, if it's not too much asked, I could use your help. Truth is, I'm about to pay my respects at my friend's grave, and I think he'd appreciate having someone from Eorzea giving a little prayer. It's not far from here, in a little cemetery on the outskirts of town. I'll wait for you there, and I promise I won't keep you long. Sorry to be a bother, but will you be passing through Lu Wat Ten Ni Wa Sa anytime soon? My pa lives over that way, and I've been meaning to pay him a visit, but this job's keeping me busy, a little too busy. Anyway, I was hoping you could tell him from me I'm doing fine and working hard, and let me know if there's anything you need. His name's Wa Kepi, and he works down at the kilns. I hate to impose, but I'd be real grateful if you could do me this favor. You're not from Toral, or you have a feeling your worldly experience will come in handy. As you may have noticed, we produce a lot of ceruleum here, but you did know that the resin that comes as a byproduct can be used to make carbon fiber. From what I hear, outfits woven from the stuff are all the rage over in Ilsebard. Hoping to keep up with the latest trends, we've made some of this fiber ourselves and even make a set of work clothes from it. I was hoping you could act as our model. Once you're all dressed up, I'd like to get the opinion of the Pelu Pelu cloth merchant down at the station to find out if there's money to be made from such a design. Just let me know when you're ready. Alright then, let's get you dressed, but bear in mind it's something to prototype, so don't worry if it looks a little rough around the edges. Okay. Okay. So we need to find the Pelu Pelu merchant. Can I help you? Carbon fiber cloth, you say, originally developed by the Garleans, as I understand. And the grab is made from the same material. I see. It certainly looks very appealing, but there are more important factors to consider, namely durability and flexibility. Would you be so kind as to dance for me? Yes, you heard me correctly, dance. I really wish... by lad. I think... I haven't said it in a while, but it's... come on, give me... Sometimes it takes a bit of recalling with certain words in Spanish. Bailad. See. Oh, I merely wish to see a fabric in motion. Alright. Very good, robust enough to withstand such vigorous flying, yet sufficiently flexible to maximize ease of movement. There was, however, one glaring flaw. The cloth appears to be susceptible to fraying, which could cause irritation when coming into contact with the skin. Even so, I imagine this material has its uses, provided such uses are carefully selected. Should it become possible to mass-produce the fiber, there's a high chance of similar wares turning a profit. Please send my regards to the designer and tell them I would be willing to discuss this venture further. Alright. So how did it go? First things first, I'll be taking back the clothing samples if it's all the same to you. You mentioned mass production, did you? As things stand, we will have to make each item by hand, which is not only inefficient, it means we'll need to charge a higher price. We'll need to look into simplifying the process. Come to think of it, we already rely on machines for all kinds of things, so why not this too? Of course, that would require a huge investment. We have to spend money to make money, just like the railroad company did. Maybe we should take a leaf out of their book. Oh, I wonder if they'd be willing to invest in our enterprise. No harm in asking, I suppose. Well, thanks for your help, by the way. Traveler, thanks for finding Kaya Meni and bringing her back safe. Did she say you and her had something you wanted to talk to me about? That's right, I was on my way back from the Tuliolo trailhead when I was set upon by a thrice-damned demon. If it hadn't been for Gem here, I'd be drowning in that devilish jelly's belly right now. Oh, and you say Gem saw this blue blob too? He did, and he's not the only one. Plenty of the other tappers have seen them too, prowling around by the wells and the wagons, even some of the engineers servicing the rigs. You see the connection, don't you? Conexión. Nosing around anything and or anyone that smells the cerulean, maybe they're attracted to it. Maybe that's why we're attracted to me. Maybe if they are and they're aggressive, like you say, like then they're a threat to our workers we can't ignore. Still, there's something about this that doesn't hold water. So that? I've heard of these things too, the blue bobs. Keeping track of the sightings, even made a map of them. And oh, sorry. And do you know what I found? Most of the sightings have been around Chalon Station, not a single one near the maw of Zanshaya. You know the maw, right? The pits of cerulean near the rigs, the ones that are always catching light. The sunlight that sets them off, you know, that they burn themselves out occasionally, but the clear day that comes around, they're all aflame again. What I'm saying is that whole place thinks of ceruleum, so how come there's never been a sighting there, even with all the wagons taking this trail straight through it? How come the one that followed you there took off as soon as it drew near? It took one look at me, he knew it had met its match. Well, sure, I guess confidence is a virtue, but what about all the times you weren't around? No, there's something else going on, I'm sure of it. Okay, yeah, Minute, I want you to look into this. Go back to the mall and see if you can figure out what might be keeping them away. You grew up around these parts, right? Perhaps the folk in your old stomping grounds might know something we don't. Be more inclined to share it with one of their own than with an outsider. I'll handle all your reportering duties till you get back. You know what the overseer's like. Keeps his purse strings tight. Unless we prove that these things really are attracted to ceruleum and the attack on you wasn't just a freak coincidence. Never going to stump up the guild to guard every convoy. Understood. I'll get you all the proof you need, I promise. Complimento. Would you mind going with her? Don't worry, I'm not my boss. I can spare you an escort fee. Bobs may not like the mob very much, but they have taken a liking to her. Thank you kindly and take care out there. Come on then, Jem, back to the mall. Well, look at you. About old as brass and twice as tough, I'd wager. Maybe you could help me out. See, I moved here a few years ago to get into this ruling business, but before that I worked as a miner over in we. Back then I had me a favorite pickaxe with a Yahi engraved into it. I figured I had no more use for it, so I left it behind, but with all the recent turmoil I found myself pining for it. It's a reminder of a time when life was simpler. I'd go back and get it myself if the whole place wasn't swarming with cutthroats. That's where you come in. You look like you could hold your own, or at least manage to sneak in and grab the pickaxe before any of them notice you. Think you could give it a try. Let's see. Pickaxe does not have anything engraved into it besides the usual scratches one might expect. Okay, let's see if I can handle them. Pickaxe is engraved with an image of a head. See, just as described. Glad you could make it truly. This here cemetery is a resting place for all kinds of folks. Those born and raised nearby are buried alongside those that come from far and wide. You see, my friend was a sailor from Eorzea. Well, to be more precise, he was a ship's engineer, and he came here to teach people how to operate a whole host of machinery. Even with proper training, it's a dangerous line of working out, and he was killed in an accident. As you can imagine, we don't get a lot of folks from Eorzea here, and it would mean the world to me if someone from his homeland could offer him a prayer. What do you say? Stand before the grave of the fallen Eorzean and pay respects. So that's the way Eorzeans honor their dead, simple but beautiful. To tell the truth, I wanted to see it firsthand to learn how to do it myself. That's part of the reason I wanted to bring you here. Very grateful for you sharing this custom with me. From now on, whenever I come to offer my prayers, I will remember what you have shown me. Any luck finding my pickaxe? Oh, I'll be damned, that's it. Of course, now that mining is a thing of the past, I didn't think I'd ever need this thing again. Then I realized there might be a way to use the skills I learned as a miner in this drilling industry. If I ever have a chance to swing a pickaxe in the future, there's none I'd rather turn into my old favorite. Thanks for sticking your neck out and bringing it back to me. You know, I think this is the closest I've ever been to one of these pits. My Grammy always told me never to go near the moss. She said that if I burn myself to a crisp, I have myself to blame. Duty calls, I'll have to look around this pit. You take one across the way, it's just under the rig. As for what we're looking for, well, I suppose we'll know when we find it. Find a pale, softly glowing crystal at the bottom of the cerulean pool. Return to Kaya Meni to share your find. Crystal, you say, at the bottom of the pool. I found one too, stubbed my toe on the wretched thing. Guess my Grammy was right. Jumping in the mud is dangerous. I thought it was just a rock, but a funny colored one. I don't think I've ever seen a stone as white as this before. Not around these parts anyway, and certainly not two of them. Almost as if they've been put here deliberately. Here, I don't think these crystals might be what's keeping these blue blobs away, are you? Looks like these stones were the only clue. We have to go on. Let's go and ask my Grammy if she knows anything about them. Nesh Tezi, her name is, lives over in Luwateni Wasa, the village where I grew up. It's just on the other side of the butte. Come on. Alright. Neshtezi isn't actually my grandmother, you know. She's one of the village elders who takes her duties more seriously than most. She's always out and about keeping an eye on everyone, whether they like it or not. Let's split up and try to find her. You take the right side of the main street, I'll take the left. Oma Neshtezi, sure, I've seen her not long since. One of the village kids was playing around in the field. She didn't take too kindly to it. Chased him up the street there, saying she was going to give him the hiding of his life for damaging the crops. Well, that's not good. Can I help you, stranger? My boy sent you all the way here to tell me that. I was just thinking of going to check upon him myself, so it looks like you saved me a trip. Well, it's good to know he's got steady work. He ain't been fired anyway, so he must be doing something right. You know, we're always eager to learn new ways of doing things, which is why my son threw himself into this drilling business. I think this for those of us still living here, upholding our traditions. We pray that youngins like him are pushing themselves too hard to keep all this newfangled technology. I hope he's getting enough rest and eating right. Yeah, that gives me an idea. Hate to burden you further, but do you reckon you could take the fist food to my boy? Reckon a belly full of fermented cannon will do him more good than a lecture from his old man. Sorry, my ears are still ringing from the chewing out Grammy gave me. I thought I could outrun her, but she was too fast. We're looking for her. She said she had to call on one of the ladies in the village. Only thing stopping her, dragging me home by my hair. The lady's sister just up the hill there. She'll be able to show you which house it is. Okay. You know, this reminds me of, I was watching a video by Peter Santinello, and he was interviewing the Zuni tribe, Zuni Native American tribe in the Southwest, and houses remind me a lot of, structures similar to these. You're looking for Nesh Tezi. She went to see my sister. She's with a child. You see, Grammy made a charm for a safe birth and wanted to give it to her in person. The house is just back around the corner under the butte. Please someone help. Me and my brother were cloud fishing. We were attacked by he told me to run. So I did, but he stayed behind to fight it. He's still down by the cliffs, and if you hurry, you'll make it in time. You'll go help him, won't you? Oh, I will. Who are you? What do you want? Oh, you found her. Excellent work, Gem. Friend of Kayamini's, are you? And I see she's got you the running errands for her as usual. Whatever you want, make it quick. I've got places to be. What did I ask you about these stones? We found them in the mall of Senshaya and thought you might know something about them here. Fool of a girl. It's one of those warding stones that keeps the beast from coming back, and you picked it out and brought it here. Are you reckless or just plain stupid? Didn't mean anything by it, just wanted to know what it was. And shut your mouth and open your ears while I tell you the tale of the blue beast. Time was it stalked these lands, a demon of burning blue flame that would rise from the maw the moonless night to wreak fiery death across all Shalom. Only when its search for destruction was finally sated would it fade to nothing. But its evil spirit lived on, welling up from the underworld and taking the shape of its minions, the devil's droplets that would throw themselves into fire pits to summon up their master once more. Our ancestors knew that whenever those dice-damned things appeared, it was only a matter of time before the blue beast rose again. So a young miner from the village made a discovery that would change our fate forever. Found a strange pale ore in Yowekwa Canyon that seemed to drive the droplets away, a stone in each pit, and that was the last we ever saw of the beast. Thought it was the last we would ever see of it, but then you decided to get into your stupid head to go paddling about in a pool of hellfire and run away with the only thing that was keeping us safe. You go and put those stones back where you found them. This instant, I'll think about sparing you the lash. Oh, it's my poor heart. If they were so important, she would have told me about them before. Well, better late than never, I suppose. After all, after hearing all that, are you thinking what I'm thinking? The devil droplets and the blue blobs are one and the same. They have to be, and the stones that we found must be the same ones the binder throws in the pits to keep them away. We only started seeing the blue blobs a few years ago, right around when the cerulean drilling business took off. Maybe that's what summoned them from underground. Sound of drills storing their masters from slumber. They need to throw themselves in burning cerulean to summon their master, but with the stones keeping them away from the maw, they're searching for it elsewhere. That explains why we've seen them around the wells in the plant. They're following the scent of cerulean like we thought, and as soon as they find a blue flame like the flare stacks on top of the rigs, or the tools of the engineers servicing the processing plant, they'll summon up their evil master once more. They'll summon up their master once more. We need to get these stones back in the pits and fast. First things first, we need to get these crystals back in the maw as quick as we can. Right now, there's nothing stopping the blobs from jumping into pits and bringing back their master. Oh, I'm such a fool. Grammy always told me I'd have to be stupid to go anywhere near the maw. Then Shaya, and she was right. If anyone gets hurt, it'll be all my fault. We have to hurry. Jem, we came back just in time. I found West MP being attacked. Just changed from general to event because kind of Gen Chat is kind of crazy right now. But we came back just in time. I found West MP being attacked by 3 of those things, but they ran off as soon as I arrived. Must have been stolen in my pockets. They're getting bolder, Gem. We need to We need to do away with them before they hurt anyone else. If you go after them, I'll get once and pin back to the springs. Oh, you're back. Did you meet my paw? Sending you back here to deliver this, as if I hadn't asked enough of you already. Svenbekin, why I used to practically live on this stuff back in Lu Waten Ni Wa Ya Wa Sa. This will give me enough strength for a whole day's work. Maybe another day after that. I can't tell you how much I appreciate all you've done for me. Right. Just give a reading. I think I can change the chat now. You got them. Oh, thank you, Jem. Yes, thank you, both of you. You saved my life. It was done with Kaya Meni's delivery, so I thought I'd take a look around that mob myself, see if I could find what was keeping the blue bobs away. It turned out the answer was not. I fought them as best as I could, but it was 3 against 1. If it weren't for you, I'd be a dead man. You're wrong. The reason they attacked you is because of us, because of me. That's how it is, old stones and old magic. Yes, the stones were the only thing keeping them from the pits, I'm sorry. We weren't to know, but now we do. The question is, what are we going to do about it? We know that the blobs are attracting to burning ceruleum, and we know they're dangerous. But we also know that they won't go anywhere near the kind of stones you and Jem found in the pits. That to me adds up to a plan, providing we get our hands on more of them. Grammy said the stones were mined from it. Yo, Wick, Canyon. If there are any more in there, we can dig them out and place them around town as buried to the blobs. Alright, you head down to the canyon and see what you can find. I'll keep covering the deliveries till you get back. Lucky be with you. Or luck be with you. Or, well, lucky be with you? I guess there's different ways of saying it. Not to mention that you're a resident expert at finding these stones. I didn't know one I didn't know one even when it hit me in the toe. I'll go and get my headlamp. Come and see me when you're ready to head out. Hello there, traveler. Could I trouble you with something? My colleague hasn't showed up for a shift, you see. I figured she's daydreaming over on Mount Laos and Sasawa again. I go fetch her back myself, but I can't leave the yard, not when there's work to be done. Would you mind going in my steed? Mount Laos and Sawa to the west of here. It's a great big boulder, you can't miss it. When you find my colleague, tell her she's needed back at the yard. Oh, and the view from the top of the mountain's incredible. So feel free to take in the scenery while you're at it. How goes it, friend? If you've got a moment to spare, I've got a little favor to ask. Just more of here. Some of the railroad workers have been attacked by pack snakes. Espis, to be exact. I know what you're thinking. Snakes don't hunt in packs, do they? Well, these do, and there's one particularly huge that seems to be the ringleader. If you're willing, I want you to go there and kill it. Take out the leader and the rest will get the message. Tricky part is, Juice stays hidden, so I recommend taking out a couple of the smaller ones to get its attention. When you're done, bring me proof of the kill, would you? Right. Help you with something. Oh, it's that time already, is it? Sorry you had to trapeze all the way out here on account of me. So easy to lose yourself in this wonderful view. Why don't you take a, oops, my bad. Sorry. Why don't you take a moment to look around while you're up here? Sorry, my alarm was going off. Hey, turn it off. Yeah. Stunning, isn't it? The plains, the settlement, the great bridge to Tuliolo, all in a single sweep of your gaze. This place has changed so much in the last few years. I know some find the transformation unsettling, but for me, I can't help but feel excited. So I don't want to forget the way things were before. That's why I come here so often to commit the scenery to memory before it changes again. Tell you the truth, that dome showing up. We'll be on edge, but I think there will come a day when we'll get used to the sight of it, I hope. Anyway, better get back to work. Thanks for coming to check up on me. Please give my apologies to the foreman. The ancestors of the Tanawata are said to have stood atop this rocky plateau, puffing on a roll of tobacco as they commune with the wind and the land. From this natural vantage point, one can see clear across Shalom to Zagor the Boundless. Let's see. Thanks for your help, Traveler. My colleague got back a few moments ago. The engineer you spoke with, she's Tana Watan, just like me, for those of us who call the plains home. Mount Laosen Sawa is a place of comfort. From that vantage point, our ancestors convene with the winds and lands themselves. Perhaps my colleagues was doing much the same. At any rate, she seemed bright-eyed and eager when she got back. Anyway, I ought to get back to my duties. Good luck out there on the road. Okay, another quest done. Quite a few of them. Not a bad thing, but gives more lore to the area. Glad to see you in one piece. So got any snake bits to show me? Would you look at that? This must have belonged to a real whopper. I reckon I could even use this to make an anti-venom. If someone gets themselves bit, I might even save their life. You know, I almost hate to say it, but if there's any more of that snake still out there, we could sell its skin for leather. We can even eat its meat, which is surprisingly tasty. Might and even end up being a good source of revenue for the company. Better hurry though, or the other desert clearers will leave me with nothing but the bones. Thanks for the help. You wouldn't want that happening. At least I wouldn't. Alright. Wow, there really is quite a few. There's like at least 8 more. Let's help the native tribe here. Yo, traveler, if you're bound for a house that we have a favor to ask. Could I get you to deliver this polished horn to my sister? You'll find her tending to the field on the outskirts of town. She shouldn't be hard to recognize. We have the same hair color. Alright. Look at the water. Sorry to trouble you, but how good are you at diving? What, you can breathe underwater? In that case, you're everything I'd hope for, better in fact. Right, here's the embarrassing part. While I was fishing, I somehow managed to drop an irreplaceable ring into the lake. Scrambled to catch it before it sank, but I was too late. Tried diving in search for it, only to find the lake is far too deep. I can't hold my breath long enough to reach the bottom. Never mind, find a ring while I'm down there. Please help me get my precious dust ring. Actually paired with another, the Dawn ring. Enchantment changes your stone blue when closed and red when close-ish. Alright. In other words, you can use the stone's color to find my lost dust ring. It'd mean the world to me if you can bring it back. No sightseeing log there. Just like water, the moments which make life rush past in the blink of an eye. Recognition of this truth, the Hetsuro have given the river which runs through Shalon the name Repi, the swift current of time. 2 lakes into which it flows are in turn named after the morning and the evening, with Lake Tori alluding into the former. So Interesting. The dawn ring glows red. You must be somewhere near the dust ring. Here? Oh, there it is. We got it. You found it. I can't believe it. Before I go getting all giddy with excitement, can I have both rings, please? That is it, my dust ring. I don't know how to thank you. Now I can finally propose my beloved. The tale passed down in my family tales of a man, one of our ancestors, crafted the dawn dust rings to express his heart's desire to his true love. Magical bond that exists between the two rings joined them as a pair, much like the dawn and dust themselves. Ever since these rings have become the traditional gifts given to our marriage proposals. Now my time has finally arrived. I'll never forget what you've done for me. I'll be sure to tell my future children all about it. My children's children. Alright. Oh, what can I do for you? Oh, this morning I knew the day would come, but it's sad to think he's no longer with us. I appreciate your delivery nonetheless. I hate to ask any more of you, but if there's something I want you to give to my sister in return. Harvest a handful of vegetables from the plant and take them to her, would you? I know I have to do it myself, but the crops won't tend themselves. Anyway, tell her I'll come and visit soon. Oh, good to see you. Keeping your belly full throughout your ventures, I hope. Most terrible stomach rumbling drew me to this place, but I'm afraid I cannot yet make my presence known to the people here. Might I beg your assistance? His underway strapling Tawatan ten man in dire need of sustenance if he would follow me. Okay. Hold on. Do you feel it? That foul wind sweeping across the wild stings like this pain in my stomach every time I think about what I did. All I wanted was to get away from home and get out of inheriting that damn farm. I thought if I could find ceruleum out here, I'd strike it rich, so I used every pellet to my name to buy mining equipment and start digging, day in, day out, hoping to find something, and to recoup what I lost. All I found since coming here is disappointment. Oh dear, his stomach is gripped by deepest despair. What he needs is something to rekindle the flame of hope in his belly. They should serve corn roasted with a fiery passion that burns in my bosom. Roasted corn, that takes me back. Ma used to cook this stuff all the time. Gods, I was such a horrible kid. Never listened, always complained, but she loved me anyway. If anything happened to me out there, I don't want to think about it. I should go home and apologize. ABC about working those corn crops. Thank goodness we arrived when we did. The roasted corn served well to help remedy what ails him so. Left unchecked, his frustration may well have led to anger he could unleash on himself and others. With a full belly, however, he had the clarity of mind to remember what matters most to him, his family. The rumbling of bellies ceased here in Hasatawi, and so I believe it is time I took my leave. Take care, friend. Okay. Good day to you, traveler. Hey, you look like you're no stranger to danger, so I got a job for you. Lately we've been inundated with flying popatos. Don't let the name fool you. They're nasty little critters. We lay some repellent a while back, but the effect seems to be wearing off. Ever since the enormous dome appeared, we've had all kinds of trouble to deal with, and I just can't find the time to lay down any repellent. It's maybe why those damn popatos have been showing up in droves. At this rate, the whole place will be overrun. I'll go out there and spread the repellent myself, but they'll make a meal. It'll be lickety split. Reckon you take care of it for me. Oh, the repellent doesn't take effect right away, so any flying popatos already there will probably need quoling the old-fashioned way. If you could take care of that too, you'll be doing us all a huge favor. Excuse me, sir. I don't mean to be presumptuous, but you're one of those venturesome travelers I've heard so much about, aren't you? Looking for help procuring tuna. It's well loved by connoisseurs of fruit, but what it requires of no ordinary tuna. The fruit I'm after comes from a particularly fruitful, no pull and tender. While I'm normally be happy to go out and hunt it for myself, there's as big as a house. I'd be stomped into the ground and impaled before I could even get close. Willing to take this powder and sprinkle it about the fields to the north of town. One of the bastards should come before long. Alright. There's a lot of questing. Let's get back to it then. I should warn you, the next client I had in mind may be something of a hassle. He ran off in the middle of the night, and I haven't seen a hide nor hair of him since. Luckily for us, I heard from an acquaintance of mine that someone fitting his description was seen lurking the Dawntrail Skygate, looking for a minstrel named Zemishpi, hetero with black hair, about the same age as me and surprisingly shy. I'll meet you there. Sorry, friend, I don't know anyone by that name, but before you go, you wouldn't happen to have any tuna, would you? I'm positively parched. Fortunately, this is the man you're looking for. Perhaps someone else nearby can point you in the right direction. The Semipi. Sorry, the name doesn't ring any bells. That said, I think I saw young Hetsuro head over to the other side of the trailhead. Poor boy looked upset about something. Okay, it's not him either. Oh, him? Oh, me just fly up, please. Who are you? Yes, I'm Zemishpi, but what do you want with me? You found him. Nice work, Gem. Is that Claw? What are you doing here? Looking for you. Words around town was you were in a hurry to leave the Dawntrail, but I'm afraid I can't leave you just yet. May not look it, but MHP is quite a popular minstrel and Hatsutiwi, or at least he was. It's been what feels like an age since the last time he wrote a song, and you can only make so much singing the same old tune day in, day out. The MHP came to me for help, and I gladly offered him a loan. It should have been enough to help him get by until inspiration struck. Hang in there. But it wasn't, and with no money to pay back, I panicked. Maybe if I sold my instruments, Those instruments are your livelihood. I could never ask you to do such a thing. Here, give me your hand. This is, but I have yet to return what I already owe. What you need is to meet new people, see new places, experience more of the world than just at Satiwi. Menstru's inspiration doesn't just come from thin air, you know? Not wrong, all I could think about was how my songs weren't good enough anymore, how everyone disappointed me, my heart was so full of fear and anxiety, I guess there was no room left for music. So take that money and go to Dawntrail, and for the next month I want you to travel, see everything there is to see, find your muse, and bring back the MHP we all know and love. Thank you, Zatik. I won't let this go to waste, I swear it. Zatikwa. Okay. So what do you think? A job well done, wouldn't you say? I'll admit that was quite generous of you. What do you expect me to do? I'm not a monster. Besides, I see this as more of an investment for the future. There's still one last client left on my list, one more opportunity for you to learn about my work. Really good. We're off to see a young dancer by the name of Tamezi. She's pretty famous in Hatsatiwi with fans all over Shalom. What was a real shame when she had to quit on account of being so sick. Medicine she needed was expensive, to say the least, but I footed the bill. She reached out to me not long ago with the good news that she's not only fully recovered but looking to start dancing again. There's going to be comeback performance soon, but she asked me to stop by to discuss something beforehand. Can't imagine what though. There's plenty of time before she needs to make her first payment. In any case, let's go and pay her a visit. The number's up. They should be here by now. Say you wouldn't happen to be on your way to Husatali, would you? I've been charged with overseeing inspection of goods passing through Tuliolol. According to this, we have 2 merchants who have yet to claim their wares. Considering the present state of Tuliolol, not to mention the sheer volume of goods they meant to transport, we offer them a number of vouchers and directed Pato Saloon and Husatali to wait while we carry out inspection. I'd be most grateful if you could speak with the saloon keeper, Nika, Tenhi, and find these merchants. Right. I think we're almost done with all the quests here. Zatik, wow, it's so good to see you, and you brought your friend, and well, let me get right to the point. I want you to help promote my upcoming show, and I want you to do it with dancing. Dancing, you can't be serious. As far more exciting alternative to sitting idle passing around flyers, surely. I've seen how well you can dance after you've had a few drinks at the saloon. All the proceeds will go towards repaying my debt to you with interest, so the more people there are in attendance, the sooner you can be repaid in full. And you, friend, he's not from Tyrol, is he? I've no doubt he knows a step or two that will draw the eyes of passersby, so what do you say? Well, friend, I hope you're wearing your dancing shoes. We must go and dance for the good folks of Satiwi. Let's go and garner what interest we can in the show. Meet here afterward. Merchants waiting for inspection. Oh yes, I know what you mean. One is younger, Hetsura, fellow long red hair. You find him upstairs, hopefully not too deep in his cups. The other one is a sprawl gentleman in green. Says something about seeking inspiration when out back. Join me if you want, but this cup's mine. Inspection, I guess I overdid it with the food and Moscow. That was awful kind of them sending you here, though. I'm suddenly glad I paid the toll in advance. Well, I had better be off. What's all this now? If you wanted a drink, I suppose I'd call the boys for a round or two. There's some mighty footwork you got there. It reminds me of Tom Mezzi. Come back, show. Really no time for drinking. Then we best get ready for the show. Something you need. I've just finished buying my tuna, but I can spare some time before it needs to be stored. Goodness, what did I do to deserve this performance? The comeback performance of a famed dancer. I've never seen one of these shows before, but it would make for a wonderful story to share when I return home. I'll have to stop by and see it. Can I help you something? Oh, it's time already. I was distracted by these crops. I trade mostly in no tender, you see, but I've been considering how best to expand my selection of wares. You're not like to profit off aught else tilling such arid soil. So I thought these crops caught my eye and I had to take a closer look. Seems I've yet more to learn about farming here in the wilds. Next time I'm in town, I'll need to have a word for a plan of these, but for now I should be heading back to the checkpoint. If you business with the Dust Watch, apologies, sir, but we're off. Might I suggest you speak with someone inside? Dancer, I'm not sure what we did to deserve this entertainment, but thank you. Let's see, I hope she retired after falling ill, but you say she's back and planning performance, so really don't want to miss it. Oh, there we go. Oh, there he is. There you are. Any luck with the no polo tender? Yep. You actually did it. I've never seen such a juicy tuna. They're said to promote good health, you know. My parents would give them to me on special occasion when I was a kid, as I believe they help fortify a child's constitution. In fact, I've heard the tuna crush up the socks used for weaning. As for why I hope to procure this rare treat, it's nearly my daughter's name stay, and I thought this might cheer her up considering all that's happened recently. I don't have much, but please take this, you're more than earned it. Let me check something here. Oh, I guess cactus juice is a popular thing. Hold on, that'll keep them for a while at least. You see, until we figured out how to make a repellent out of bitter-smelling juices, these popotos would wreak havoc on our crops, eat our roanoke. Heck, they even tried to make it take a bite out of more than one of the residents. Tried asking the Dust Watch to come deal with them, but they didn't want to get involved in culling wild tubers. Setting up a perimeter fence was another option. Only we're short on people and building materials. That's why we came for the repellent. Anyway, I don't need to be chewing your ear off about all that. You've done us a good turn, and one that we won't soon forget. She's drawn quite a crowd even after this time. Her fans adore her. Feel I may have gone a little carried away with my dancing, but people seem to enjoy it, while hopefully means more people are tending to show. Seeing as we have time before the end of her show, now might be a good time to tell you more about how I started this business. Said my grandpa found himself in a tight corner once because of Gil. That was a long time ago, before selling our land, before I was even born. Even when Hitsatawi was a little more than a sparse collection of shops, it still saw its fair trade tradesmen passing through. My father and grandpa made their living catching and selling game to them for Pell. Then one day, while trying to sell more game, a merchant told them that Gil would soon become the currency of choice in Chalon. That they'd be better off exchanging their Pell for Gil once there was still time. And able to see through the lies, they played into the scheme, trading all their hard-earned Pell at horrible rates. Only a paltry sum of Gil left to their names, they were at a loss. Then they met the woman who eventually became my mother. She was deeply moved by their plight, and so she lent them the money she had been saving to start a new life until YOLO. You can't put a price on such an act of selflessness, which is why, when they learned what the savings were for, they opened their home to her until they could repay their debt. The three began a new life together. Years passed, and by the time the debt had been repaid, my parents had already fallen in love. The story my mother told me often as a child before bed, before they passed away. Not for my mother's kindness, I wouldn't be here, and all I've ever wanted was to follow in her footsteps. That's why I sold her land and started my business. I think your grandfather would understand if you told him. That's assuming you'd stop to listen, that's where you come in. Well, I imagine it won't be much longer before Tamazi's finished. Seems it'll be a while longer, so you don't have to wait here with me for Tamazi. Besides, isn't it about time you return to speak with my grandfather? I think by now you've seen all there is to see of my work. I'm fairly sure I saw him over near the saloon, so go ahead and give him your honest thoughts about my work. Okay. Let me turn this quest. I think I've done most of the quests in this area. Merchants passed through to Tuliolo not long ago. Of course, it'll be a while yet before they reach the other side of Zorgor the Boundless. It was originally built by the Yakoi, you know, the sole bridge connecting Yaktarol and Yaktarol. Travelers such as yourself are free to cross as you please, so long as you carry a permit. It's when they mean to cross encumbered with wagons, such as wagons of goods and supplies, that things become complicated. Too many at once, and soon no one is able to cross at all. The present solution is to impose a tax commensurate with the size of their cargo. Because of the time required to inspect such a said cargo, we occasionally send them to fight said Tawi to wait. Given the present state of Tuliolo after attack, I'm afraid that they've been made to wait a fair longer than usual. Sending travelers such as yourself to call them before here is the least we can do for putting them to this house. I'll speak of which here for your troubles. Gotcha. Thank you. If you hadn't turned up when you did it, I'd be a goner for sure. Better go and let my sister know I'm alright. Besides, it ain't safe here, so I suggest you head back to town as well. Maybe I'll see you there. Alright. Good to see you again. So my sister's the one who sent you to rescue me. Looks like I owe my life to both of you. Trust the truth be told, Yahihi said what is the last thing I expect to see, never mind being attacked by one. They must have expanded their territory or something, so I better stay away from the cliff tops for a while. That said, we make our living off the creatures we catch there, so we can't give up on cod fishing altogether. I suppose the nearest safe spot would be somewhere near the bridge to Yodlo, which is kind of far from here, still better than no fishing at all. Speaking of which, it's time to go snag some more fish. Thanks again, friends. Stay safe out there, you hear? You're back. Tell me, true traveler, what sort of trouble has my grandson been up to? Stealing loans and swindling people out of their pal, I'm sure cause. I thought we were raising that. Take a words fail to do justice to what you've witnessed. He said he's over at the dance alright. I've made up my own mind. I need to see what took him, our grandson, with my own eyes. I need to know if he's alright. Should be fine if I observe from a distance, of course. Those old bones don't move as fast as they used to. You go on ahead, I'll be right behind you. Alright. I think we're probably going to get to level 100 this stream. Show was a huge success. Thanks in no small part to your help here as promised. This is far more than what we agreed on. I can't accept this. Oh, don't be silly. I only wish what I had more to offer. I could never have hoped to afford that medicine from Yolo, and I had made peace with the consequences of that, grim though they might sound. But you wouldn't hear it. You loaned me the money I need for treatment. Here I am, taking the stage again, a dream come true in every sense of the word. You gave me a second chance at life, and for that I'll be forever grateful. I think I've seen enough. Grandpa, what are you doing here? I wish to see what an upstanding individual my grandson's become, and thanks to the two of you, my heart is at ease. I carry so much resentment for those moneylenders. I assumed the worst when I heard about your job. I was blinded to the good you could do and the people you could help, like your mother helped me and your father once upon a time. Reach out a hand to those who find themselves on the brink of ruin, and with the grace of care you pull them back. I suppose I do. But I'm sorry I didn't talk to you sooner. I was convinced you'd be cross with me and I didn't know how to broach the topic without upsetting you. And you're always so considerate. This town could stand to see a little more of that. I'd like to hear more about your job, if that's right, after you finish work for the day, of course. Our business here is finished, so don't let me keep you. Go and put that extra gil I gave you to good use at the saloon. You're determined to see me keep it, aren't you? Well, I suppose Grandpa and I have a lot of catching up to do. You go on ahead to the saloon. I need to speak with Jem for just a moment. Thank you again for your help. I was more than a little shocked to see you here with Grandpa, but I'm glad we were finally able to talk. I owe you a great debt, Jem, and I'll do my damnedest to try and repay it someday. If you ever find yourself trouble coin, I hope you'll think to call on me. Right. Turn this quest in. I think this is the last quest for the area. Welcome back, traveler. Oh, but is that what you have? What you have there? So fresh and plump. These look delicious. Surely my sister's been hard at work. I suppose you're wondering why I had you deliver that horn. It came from an old runic bow that recently passed away. He was our Hetso, one of many creatures we Hetso seek guidance throughout our lives. My sister and I, our souls are bound together through that runic, so too in death as much as in life. One horn I gave to my sister, the other horn I keep with me. It struck me as a fitting symbol of the connection. I'm sure she understood. She may have moved to Utsatawa, but she's still Hetsuro. Nothing will ever change that. Anyways, judging by your message, I expect a visit from her any day now. I should prepare a feast to welcome her back home. Thank you, traveler. These sisters were fortunate to have met you. Glad to hear. Oh, there you are. You ready to go? While you was getting to the south of town near Lawateni Waso. Remember, we're looking for more of that stone we found in Cerulean Pits. Understood? Alright, then let's head out. Warding stones were a lot paler and more crystalline than the rest of the rocks around here. Let's foot up again. Give me a shout if you find anything that looks like the stuff we found in the pits. Interestingly shaped stone among the pile catches your attention, but alas, there's nothing pale nor shiny about it. Sandstone walls made up of layers of 100 hues, red, ochre, and gold. Alas, none of it is quite the same shade as warding stone. Yeah, we've made good progress. I know I keep saying that, but really, we definitely have. Pull out one of the bones from the sand, and a chunk breaks off a surprisingly heavy crystalline chunk which resembles the stone you found in the maw of San Shia is unmistakable. No use, I've looked and looked, but all I can see is sand. Well, that and sandstone, do you have any better luck? Or did you have any better luck, rather? This is it, the same stuff as the warding stone. Where did you find it? Bone, you say. I remember my Grammy told me about something like that. She said that when an animal dies in the desert and its bones are swallowed by sand, they take on the aspect of the earth below, gradually turning to stone. It's a great beast, a powerful beast. It's the earth that takes on the animal's aspect instead, and the sands around it becomes a beautiful ether. That must be why the blue bobs stay away from the maw of San Shiwa. They can yet sense the beast whose bones there once were, and they're afraid of it. If we want to keep all of our operations safe, we're going to need a lot more stones like this, and that's going to take a lot of digging. The Overseer's not willing to pay for a few guards. I doubt he'd give us the deal to open up a whole new dig site. You do friends in high places, I suppose you make a lot of them in your line of business, helping folks as you do anyone I know. He's a tech out of the moneylender, I know him, if only by reputation, but whatever reputation it is, let's head over to Awet and ask if he can help. Okay. Damn, it's so good to see you again. Can I buy you a drink? prefer mine, well, the least I can do is hear you out after all you did for me. Your friend's up downstairs, you say, then what are we waiting for? Let's talk business. So if I understand the situation correctly, Kayameni here needs to mine fossilized beast bones, but her management's too tight to foot the bill. Alright then, let's go and have a little talk with this overseer of yours, see if we can come to some arrangement. You don't need to hear anything more. What more is there to hear? If Jem vouches for you, there's good enough for me. I owe him a debt, I mean to pay it. Besides, this proposal of yours sounds like it could be a benefit to the whole of the wilds. Thank you. In that case, let's head over to the springs right away. You too, Jem. Let's see. Just in time, when the CP gone to fetch overseer, he'll be out in a moment. Sorry to keep you waiting, folks. Tao sends the man in charge of ruling operation around these parts. I understand you have a proposition for me. Yes, sir, we do. It's all about the beasts that have been crawling around the plants. You sure these stones really do wear the blue blobs away? How do we know this whole legend you're basing everything on isn't just idle talk? They do, sir, I'm sure of it. Three of the things had me cornered till Kayameni showed up holding one of those stones. They were afraid and not of her. There's no doubt in my mind that if we can mine more of the stuff and scatter it around the sterling works just like our ancestors did with the mile, we can keep the whole operation safe. If there's any operation left to keep safe, we're already in deep with the pinks for the new rigs and the plant refit. Production ramps up, where am I going to get the go to open up the whole new dig site? I believe that's where I come in. Sorry, you are Zetua, moneylender by trade, working out of height Zetawi. Your colleagues told of the difficulties they've been having with these blue blobs. While they've only been sighted around Shishi Nawizi Springs thus far, I'm of the firm belief that they could pose a threat to all Shalom. For all these creatures are attracted to the scent of burning cerulean, it isn't only your wells that are in danger, the station too could soon find itself under attack. Indeed, I confirmed with one of my clients who works for the railroad that creatures fitting the description I gave him have been sighted along the tracks, so you see that I have a personal stake in this. I'd be more than willing to lend you whatever funds you need to put your colleagues' plan into action in terms that don't interfere with the daily running of your company, naturally. Lest you forget, two of your workers have already been attacked, and ensuring the survival of your company is your primary concern, as I agree it must be. I urge you to act now. Please, sir, I don't want to lose my life or my job. How much do I pay you, Kayameni? It really clearly isn't somewhere near enough. I asked you to drive your wagon for us, and you come up with a plan to save the whole damn wilds. Offer accepted. Let's get those bones out of the ground and keep our people safe. Alright. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. Well, Wasan Kayameni, your off-boarding duties. I'm putting you in charge of this project. Master that to wife, if you wouldn't mind stepping inside the office a moment, we can discuss terms of the loan. Looks like this is where we part ways for now, my friend. This may go some way to repaying the debt I owe you, but I still consider myself to be well in arrays. If there's ever anything else I can do for you, you know where to find me. Alright. Should probably join them, but before I do, I wanted to thank you again. If you weren't for you, none of this could have happened. There's a lot of dangers out in the wild, some we know about, a lot we don't, but bit by bit we're overcoming the obstacles they throw before us. And with a little help from folks like you, I know one day we'll make this place where people can not just survive but thrive. Alright, I think that's it. Yep. At least for quests around here. Let me go to the Tululol and sell the items I have. I like that sound. We do this for 100,000. This ring. Oh, these have gone up a little bit. Perchino, that sounds pretty good actually. Right. Looks like the thorn plate sold. See if we can push through it to the end here. From here on out, we won't stop work until the train's ready. If you have any preparations, now would be a good time to see to them. The boarding call will come before you know it. Well, there you go.
Right, we're just about done with the modifications, but I have to stress that we cannot afford a test run.
It's fine. We understand and accept the risks. We have faith in you and your craft.
There we go.
I'm sure everything will go to plan. With all the hard work everyone's put in, it couldn't be otherwise.
Finished at last.
There we go. Looks like we're ready to take off here. There's the bull.
Behold, the pinnacle of locomotive engineering, the Dawn Blazer.
Amazing!
Look like a little Clement.
Yep, she's been fitted with wooden armor and a crystal grounding rod to mitigate the effects of lightning. Naturally, we had to overhaul the engine so it could handle the extra weight.
I also had her outfitted with etheric cannons, the better to contend with enemy forces. And as they're modeled upon those used at the Crystarium, I can attest to their potency.
So, what do you reckon? Given the tight turnaround, I'd say we did a damn good job.
I'd agree. Let them try and stop us in this.
Glad she's to your liking. I hate to let go of such a beautiful piece of machinery, but I know you'll give her a proper send-off for us.
At the risk of spoiling the mood, we should probably get moving.
Yep, you won't get far if you let them pummel you from the air, but you'll be safe enough once you reach the tunnel.
In that case, I will conceal the train with a spell once everyone is on board. It should last long enough for us to reach the tunnel unnoticed.
Right. So everyone, are we ready?
We are? T.
We've done all we can. Rest is up to you.
I won't let you down. All aboard!
Vanish.
Alright, let's go.
At this speed, we should arrive at the dome in no time at all.
Almost.
But not before we're spotted, I expect. Stay alert!
Here we go. Stand fast, everyone.
There's the grounding rods. There you go.
No, you don't!
The other elves there.
They switched to firearms!
Ooh, no.
Oh dear.
Raha, jump!
Oh, that might help. Ooh, hanging their elves there. Get her up there.
need you to take over for me.
End of the line, everyone!
Oh, let's see here. There we go.
Oh, that was too close. Still alive, Aaronville?
Mostly.
At last, the enemy stronghold. We should hurry before they can regroup.
Let's go and find out what's inside.
Almost. Right, we'll do this dungeon, and then probably after that we'll end the stream there. I think that'll be... I also need to get some orders out too from eBay store. Raja retreats to the dome in Waya La Suna, but not before laying siege to his home and slaying his own father. This foul deed cannot go unpunished, and so Wuklamat lays plans to pierce the dome and pursue him. That and the engineers of Dawntrail railing refit their ceruleum. Power trains Christian to Dawnblazer, and after avoiding fire from his Raja's forces successfully sent it carrying into the fortress, bridging the dome with the outside world. The path forward now open, the battle for Tuliolol begins as you and your companions take your first bold steps in enemy territory. Right. Oh, there's the music from the job part, or when they showcase the jobs for 14. they can hit hard. Decided arson. Ooh. Those little scooters. Shoots. There's the first boss. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. I see, so it kind of moves around. Ooh, no. Oh, good thing we have a res mage. Or no, we don't. Thought we did. Shoot. I think we're supposed to. Hopefully, no, I did that wrong. But Shoot. There we go. We are now level 100. This one has a lot of HP. Right? Oop. Oh, there's more of them. Oops, my bad. I think we'll be able to at least finish this dungeon though. Yeah, we've really been pushing a little bit harder today, but I think we'll get it done. Protector. Oh boy. Ooh. Realize that caused paralysis. There we go. Damn it, part of the cross vision release piece. We can't stop them there. Good thing I'm playing Warrior. I could do this with Dark Knight as well, but a bit of easier, be a bit tougher. Send reinforcements. The commander will not tolerate failure. Yeah. All right. That such a serious breach should be allowed, but it ends now. Oh no. We redeem our honor with your lives. Right. Truly believe yourself a match for us, the audacity. Bojo will have your head on the pipe. There you go. How could you, oh. Or no more games. Call on the soul of the serpent, the great devourer, give me the strength to destroy our enemies. Pay for the souls you've made me waste this day. Or you learn from one. Oops. Ooh. There you go. There we go.
What greeted us was not the home that I had left behind. There was no mistaking we had reached Yassulani, and yet it was wholly unlike my memories. The lands of my childhood had changed beyond imagining. To where had I returned?
Hang in there, friend.
We tread on, the darkened skies above a mirror to my heart, clouded with fear and uncertainty.
How bizarre. This cannot be Yassulani, can it?
Heritage found. I was prepared for something strange, but this is another world I don't understand. Doesn't make sense. Tower, was it always there? No, definitely not north of the wall over there. The material's nothing, not something we use in Terral. It's close to what we saw at the gate of the Golden City, or those mechanical soldiers. Such a massive structure couldn't have possibly been built in such a short time. I'm inclined to assume we've been transported to another location, or perhaps. But speculations will avail us not. We need to learn more before we can draw conclusions. Let's take a look around then. Let's see if I can attune to an aetherite shard, or be. It looks like a train station, doesn't it? That must be Yassulani station where the passengers disembark. Perhaps we'll find someone to talk to there. Let's go and investigate. I'm pretty sure this is Yassulani station, but from the city of I swear it was abandoned years ago. Not sure what to make of this. We should look around a bit more. Okay, I think I'm gonna tune to the shard here. then we will go back to Tuliolo. Get that. See here? I was going for quite a bit actually. A lot of crafting going on. Alright guys, I think that'll be it for the stream tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys had fun watching, and I'll be out for now. Hasta luego, at the logo, slangafo, and bye for now guys. Take care.